Alright then gang, so this is looking pretty good. We're making progress now, but there's one issue I want to address with this form right here. Well, it's not really an issue, more of a usability thing. So, you know when a user first signs up, we give them these default values for their Firestore document. New crew member for the name, 0 sugars for the sugars, and this value of 100, which is a light brown. Now, what I'd like to do is when they go to the settings panel, I'd like it to pre-populate with those values. And then in the future, once those values have been updated, if they open the settings panel again, to pre-populate with those values that they've changed it to. Now, at the minute, it's always going to default to nothing in this one right here. And then in this one over here, it's always going to default to 0. And then over here, it's going to default to 100. To begin with, it should be new crew member right here, so they could change it, and these two would be the same. But in the future, once they've already changed it and they come back to this form, then it would be whatever their current user data is. So for that, we're going to have to set up some kind of stream again, and this time listen to their user document. So if I log in or sign up, I have a user ID associated with me. Now I want to set up a stream to my Firestore document with that ID, the same as my user ID. So we're listening to that document and we're getting the data initially, and we're pre-populating this form with that initial data, right? Now, when it changes in the future, obviously it's going to update over here as well. So if we go to the form again, it's going to be pre-populated with that changed data, because if it's a stream, every time it changes, the data is traveling down the stream to our app and we're updating it. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new stream now, and we're going to do this inside the database service class, and that stream is going to be linked up to my Firestore document. Whoever's logged in, we're going to take our UID when we're logged in and set up a stream with that document. So whoever's logged in, it's always a different stream, their document in the Firestore database. So we're going to set that up, but we're also going to create a user data model, much like we've created a user model. And we've created also a brew model. This time we're creating a user data model, all right? And what we're going to do is every time we get some kind of document snapshot back down that stream of the user's document, we're going to take that data and put it into some kind of user data object. So that's what we're going to do. So first of all, let's go to the database file over here. This is where we're going to set up the stream first of all. And let's scroll down here and say get user doc stream. That's what it is, right? The user document. So this is going to be a stream, and it's going to return a document snapshot. Okay. Now, ultimately, we don't want to return this. Ultimately, we want to return an actual user data model or a user data object based on a user data model. But for now, let's just do it as we get it from Firestore, because that's what this is going to return in the stream. So we say get, oops, not in capitals, get, and then we're going to call this user data. And inside here, we're going to return the brew collection. Remember, that is the collection reference that we created right at the start up here. So it references the brew collection. And then we want to go into a specific document, don't we? So we say document, and what document do we want? Well, we're going to pass in the UID to the document that we want. And that UID is coming from this thing over here. So when we create an instance of this class to use this stream, later on, we're going to pass in that UID. And so we know which document to get. And that UID is going to be the ID of the user that's logged in. So then, now we have that, we can say dot snapshots, much like we did for this thing, the actual collection. We can do the same thing for the document. So every time it changes now, we're going to receive a document snapshot back. And we also receive one when the app first loads as well. So that's what we're doing at the minute. Later on, we're going to map this into something else, but now we've set up this stream. So like I said, we're going to map this to something else, but we need a user data model to do that with. So let me go over here, and in the user file, we'll just do it here. I'm going to create a new class and call this user data, like so. Now, what I'm going to do is just copy and paste these different properties instead of you watching me type all these out right here. And it's very simple. All we're doing is passing here a UID, a name, sugars, and strength. This represents the user data, right? Each document has an ID, each document has a name, sugars, and strength. And we're also passing those values in right here. So when we create a new user data object, we pass those values in. So then, now if we go back to our database file. And by the way, you might think that this looks quite like the brew class, the brew model, right? It is. It's very similar. It has a lot of the same properties. The brew model, though, doesn't have this thing right here. So potentially you could use the brew model instead if you didn't want to create this UserData class. But I think I prefer to do it this way because it means in the future I could extend one model independent of the other, right? So now let's go back to the database file over here. And up here we need a method to take a document snapshot and turn it into a UserData object based on that UserData model. So let us first of all create a comment that says UserData from snapshot. So this is going to return a UserData object, and we need to give this a name. So UserData from snapshot makes sense, right? And this is going to take in a document snapshot, which is what is returned to us down this stream right here. Remember, document snapshot. So we're going to take that in and we'll call it snapshot. And inside this function, we are going to return a new UserData object. So we'll say return UserData. You should be quite used to this because I think this is the third time we've done this now. And we need to pass in the different properties into this. So we need a UID, which is going to be the UID, which we should have here when we create an instance of this when they log in. And also we need the other three properties. So first of all, we have the name, and that is going to be equal to the snapshot, the document snapshot, dot data. Remember, that's how we get the data from a document snapshot. And then the data property we want is the name, right? So we can copy this and just paste it down here a couple of times, and then we can change the values. So the second one is going to be the sugars. So we'll change it there, and we'll change it here as well, sugars. And then the third one is going to be the strength. So we'll change it in both places like so. Okay, so this is what we're doing. We're now creating this function that is taking in the snapshot, which is what we returned here down the stream. And we're returning, based on that snapshot, a new UserData object. Now, we can't use this yet because we've not imported it. So let's do that at the top. Let's import, and it's in the models folder, and it's the user file that we need. Okay. So now we need to use this down here in this stream. First of all, now we want to map this into a stream that's going to return a UserData object. So let's replace this with UserData and spell it correctly. And then after snapshots, let's now go to map this into a different stream. And this is going to be the UserData from snapshot. So this now should all work. We've set up our stream, which is returning this thing right here. It's taking the current Firebase stream from our Firestore document based on this UID, which we're going to pass in later. You'll see that later. And every time there's a change, or initially, we're receiving a snapshot to tell us about that document at that moment in time, right? What's the data on it? But we don't want to work with document snapshots. We want to work with a custom object based on our UserData model right here. So it has just these four properties that we need. So what we do is we map it into a different stream based on this function, which takes that document snapshot and it returns a UserData object based on that document snapshot. So it makes it easier to work with. So we have this stream set up now, but what we need to do now is somehow listen to this stream inside this form right here so that we can take those values when we get them and output them to these different form fields. And that's what we're going to do in the next video by taking a look at the stream builder.